My husband, Arthur Chu, had been giving me the cold shoulder for a month, but then he finally sent a text. All he sent were a few photos of a car crash site. In the pictures, the car was burned to a charred wreck, nothing but a twisted metal frame. The warped license plate was still faintly recognizable. It was the kiln my younger brother, Kevin, had just bought recently. Seeing the two charred, grotesque bodies inside the car, my scalp instantly went numb. Just last night, Kevin said he'd take Mom for a drive. A second later, my husband called. His voice was utterly nonchalant, as if nothing had happened. Audrey, Selene Xu accidentally crashed into your brother's car. The car exploded. Both your mother and brother were burned to death. But don't blame Selene. Your brother changed lanes without signaling. If anyone's to blame, he brought it on himself. Once you've settled their funeral arrangements, remember to compensate Selene for the car repairs and her emotional distress. I held my phone, my fingertips ice cold. Behind me, my mother was still busy in the kitchen. I heard the clanking of pots and pans and Kevin's loud voice, "Mom, the soup's boiling over." Then who was burned to death in that kiln? 2 hours later, I received a notification that the case had been closed at the family's request. The bodies were to be cremated at sea. For Selene Xu, Arthur Chu could actually go this far. Bribery, falsifying records, destroying evidence, what else wouldn't he dare to do? I rushed to the location where the sea burial ceremony was being held. The charred kiln, wrapped up, hung suspended from the crane of a ship. Inside were 2 body bags. Arthur Chu stood at the dock, his face devoid of emotion. Selene Xu clung to his side, an undeniable smirk of triumph on her face. "Stop," I lunged forward, blocking their path. "Arthur Chu, are you even human? Not only do you let them die under suspicious circumstances, but you want to throw them into the sea so the truth will never be known." In the struggle, I accidentally touched the livestream button on my phone. A broadcast room titled, "Rich Family Destroys Bodies for Mistress," silently opened. Comments started flooding in. "OMG, live broadcast. Is this real or fake?" I screamed, my voice raw. "Arthur Chu, for Selene Xu, you dared to bribe to close this case. Aren't you afraid of divine retribution?" Selene Xu immediately shrieked back, bitterly. "Audrey, your brother Kevin was a debauched playboy. Who knows if he was high on drugs when he caused the accident? Now you're clinging on, refusing to let go, just to pin all the blame on me, aren't you?" Arthur Chu also spoke. "Audrey, Kevin did have a history of drug use. The police also found evidence. Your persistent fuss will only bring more shame upon the Song family." Instantly, the livestream comments exploded. "So he was a drug addict. Serves him right to die." The crane began to operate, slowly lowering the kiln and the 2 body bags towards the deep sea. Just then, a voice rang out from behind, shaking the entire scene. "Stop! Let's see who dares touch my car, Kevin Song's car." It was my brother's voice. Arthur Chu and Selene Xu's faces turned as if they'd seen a ghost in broad daylight. The livestream comments paused for a moment, then immediately erupted. "My CPU is burning up? What the hell is happening? So who died in the car?" Kevin pointed at Selene Xu, whose face was drained of all color, and said, "Sis, the one driving my car was Selene Xu's own younger brother, Leo Xu." Arthur Chu's face shifted from pale to ashen. Selene Xu collapsed onto the ground, stammering, "No, it can't be Leo.